followed all the signs, but I've obviously missed a road there, missed a turn somewhere. There was meant to be a turn we were meant to take in Pinaroo, but I'm if I could see it. So we're not on the right road, so I'm going to turn right just up here somewhere.
Mike's lost. Turbo faces 1,100 kilometres of diabolical dirt. All up, the massive rig weighs in at over 50 tonnes. But it isn't the weight that worries Turbo.
It is an awkward load. It's also a very fragile load.
Any damage will come out of Turbo's pocket.
I am a little nervous about braking stuff. The stakes are extremely high.
On this vital run, he can't afford to smash anything.
Oh. Something didn't sound right. Something really didn't sound right. Oh, shit. That's not good.
The violence of the road has ripped a metal tap clean off a water tank. Out here, it's a precious resource. But there's more serious trouble above. An aircon unit's taken a beating.
Yeah, that's pulled that down.
He's had a day of heat exhaustion and hard grind. Now, Turbo's looking at a damage bill worth hundreds of dollars.
I'm over this at the moment. I'm over this.
And just when he's down...
You arrogant drove through that water and sprayed water or mud all over me.
But there's yet another headache. Nightfall is looming, and at 4 metres wide, Turbo's rig is classed as oversized. He must be off the road by dark.
Ah, you thing.
His camp's still 50 kilometres away. If Turbo can't make it in time, he'll be sleeping on the roadside.
Yep, I'm over the day. I really am. I've had enough of the day.
After spending the night on a barren roadside, Turbo's not happy.
It's not going to move.
And ahead is another hard run on the dirt.
This is bone-shattering, truck-smashing road.
It's now Turbo's 4th day on this hell of a highway. While his truck's taking a hammering, his main concern is the damage to his $200,000 fragile load.
Front trail is fine, but the back trail is playing up.
If the huts take a hit, he'll have to foot the bill.
What the hell's that?
Turbo's got more trouble. He urgently needs to check the load. The first hut's a mess. But at the second...
The one I'm worried about the most, this building. What the hell?
There's even more trouble.
Was there an air conditioning unit in that?
The whole air conditioning unit's vanished. Turbo's hoping it's fallen into the hut.
Well, that's why I can't get in. That's... oh.
The unit's a write-off, adding another $800 to his damage bill.
Oh, God.
Despite all his best efforts, the rough road's slowly destroying Turbo's freight.
What do you do?
Any more damage, and he'll come out of it deep in the red.
I'm just driving real steady, real slow.
With work waiting at home, he must keep moving, or he'll lose thousands more dollars. But some days, You just can't catch a break. Outback roadworks, 2 kilometres of them. But Turbo worry. The detour is a narrow slip road lined with trees.
Them trees are right on the edge. One of these buildings hits those trees, it's about $100,000 for it to replace the building.
That kind of damage could wreck not just Turbo's load, but his business.
Yeah, mate, listen, I'm 4'6" in height. Mate, any chance I can sort of run down the middle instead of running down that tablespoon and cleaning up all the trees? No one's giving straight answers.
The fate of his freight rests on getting clear instructions from the road crew.
Yeah, I've got no idea what they want me to do.
Yeah, mate, that's a negative for coming up on the pavement, mate. Negative. We've got too much money on the road and negative.
With permission denied, there's no option. He'll have to take his $200,000 load onto the tight, tree-lined slip road. Hit one, and he could face a business-breaking damage bill. To protect the load, he's dropped his speed.
Now we're doing 10k an hour.
While he's keeping clear of the trees to the side, above, there's a problem.
The tree's got me hung up right in the middle of the detour. If I go into it or pull at the gate, it'll just peel the whole roof straight off of this front one.
Turbo needs an extra pair of eyes. He'll have to put his trust in the roadworks crew.
I can't see up the top. I can only assume and listen for something to go bang and pop.
After a nail-biting crawl, Turbo's made it. His next stop is 250 kilometres away, in the town of Mariba. But time's against him.
Now I'm going to be off the road before dark. Because that's just the rules of road train oversized. So it's a big push.
And up ahead, more trouble.
There's a load limit on the bridge, and I'm over 42 tonne. So I'm going to go on the bypass.
But out here, a bypass is no smooth piece of bitumen. For a 50-tonne road train, it may as well be an assault course.
That's going to be hard to do, and I'm just afraid of getting bogged.
It's sharp, twisting, tight and sandy. A perfect storm for getting bogged. After 4 days of hell, Turbo's alone in wild country and running out of daylight. Get stuck now, and he'll have a whole new battle to fight.
We're halfway across. Right now, all I care about is getting off of this road. I was concerned and stressed, but it's all good. I always have faith in you, baby, don't I?
It's the last desert run before Christmas. Slick's promised his wife and 3 children he'll definitely make it home.
It's the only day of the year that I have to be home. I don't care about any others. And my wife counts on it, family count on it, and I do whatever I can to be home every Christmas.
We get 3 days to get there, which is comfortable, depending on weather and road condition, of course.
The pressure's on Slick. You've got to get all the way across that desert, into Alice Springs, unload it, stack some up, reload a bit of it and turn around and get all the way back across that desert. And of course he's got that clock hanging over his head, ticking away at him about Christmas.
What's up? What the hell's happened there?
Oh, don't tell me. Right, that's 2 tyres. Gone. Right.
The brakes have locked on, dragging the tyres and making them explode.
With rubber flying everywhere, a brake booster was damaged by the impact of the explosion. The result? 2 shattered tyres.
Beautiful tyres too. Dolly spares down there.
Slick carries 10 spare tyres for his 62-wheel road train.
Well, the thing is, it's about 46 degrees out here.
At $300 a tyre, he doesn't want any more to blow in the heat.
Can't really tell, but I am sweating like a pig underneath these clothes. There's another one I'm going to have a go.
Just as Slick gets the job done, he discovers a 3rd tyre blowout, putting him seriously behind schedule.
But the quicker I get this done, the quicker I can get back in and drive along. Been here an hour, letting it cool down, and now with this, over an hour. So that's time you don't make up again. Bloody hell, it's hot. So it's taken me 11 and a half hours to get to where I am now, and that's 580 kilometres in 11 and a half hours. Not a good haul. I'll never make that ground up. Legally, anyway. It's now Sunday morning. We're about 800 from Alice Springs. I'm supposed to be in Alice Springs to unload tomorrow.
He's promised his wife he'll finish his delivery and be home for Christmas.
I'm going to be late, but hopefully not too late.
But that depends on his tyres holding out. On a notorious desert track.
Last trip, I left Alice Springs with 9 spares in my racks, and I got home with no spares in my rack.
Slick has a dilemma. If he drives faster, he risks a blowout. Drive slower, and he could be a day late into Alice Springs.
Yeah, going Roscoe, Slick. Yeah, all right, mate. I'm just out from the rock, eh? Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, look, mate, by first thing tomorrow morning, gates open 7. If I'm not there by 7:30, you know, you might have to worry. So, have a good night. It didn't go down too well. Just seen something fly out on the left-hand mirror there, so I'm just going to pull up here and go and have a look and see what it is. What's going to happen? And there's me problem. Blown out tyre. Hell.
The tyre has overheated, expanded and exploded in the tough desert conditions.
Oh, yeah, it's taken out 2 tyres. When that one blew, it's taken out the sidewall on this one. So, I'm up for changing 2 of them now.
If Slick keeps shredding tyres at this rate, his chances of making Alice Springs on time are getting slimmer by the hour. Slick should have been in Alice Springs by now, unloaded the building supplies and on his way home to Perth.
There's the problem. He's got no rubber.
But he's stranded, 300 kilometres short of his destination.
End of the day, just when I thought I was going to be winding down, and then this happens. Come on. Okay. I'll play that game. Good to get in here. 7:10. Beautiful.
A quick shower and Slick is ready to turn around and do it all again.
So away we go, 3 more days and I'll be home.
At Steve Graham's truck depot in Perth,
Sandy?
Slick is met by his wife, Sandy.
Hello, Abigail.
Slick's made it with 4 days to spare.
All right.
You made it, mate.
Trucker Mike Partridge is helping load a vintage 1948 farm-all tractor. It's one of 9 vintage tractors he's transporting to Western Australia for his boss, Pete Spur.
I've just turned off the Riddick Highway on the Narracourt Road. It's pretty rough, lots of vibration. It's kicking the trailers around a fair bit.
The unforgiving road conditions are taking their toll.
Been cruising on this road for the last few hours. It's like a bitumised, very corrugated dirt road. Yeah, it's been pretty horrible. All the vibrations and everything, just want to check everything here while we're here. At the moment, just spotted a chain it was loose. The hook on the end here's nearly come off. So, last thing we want that to happen, and the tractor start rolling around. Crisis averted. The worst bit of road we've been on for this whole trip so far. It's got me slowed down a fair bit. Still got a few miles to make, but at the end of the day, pretty rare items here, pretty old items. So we sort of need to look after them a little bit. We're down to about 70, 80 k's an hour through this section. So with any luck, the quality will pick up and we can get moving again.
But the road isn't improving. And now...
Followed all the signs, but I've obviously missed a road there, missed a turn somewhere. You know, we're on a completely different road to where I wanted to be.
Mike's lost.
Hello. There was meant to be a turn we were meant to take in Pinaroo, but I'm if I could see it, so we're not on the right road, so I'm going to turn right just up here somewhere. It's going to be a bit of a dirt track, but...
I reckon it joins up eventually, Mike. I'm hoping.
You and me both, mate. That's my biggest concern, dust getting in where it's not meant to be. It's just not ideal whatsoever. We're a bit lost here. Missed one turn, it's just turned into a big fight.
The roads are getting rougher, narrower and dustier. This is no place for a 36.5 metre road train in the dark with a highly prized cargo on board.
Hello.
Hey, mate.
Boss Pete wants to know what's going on.
We've got to chuck a left, and then it'll bring us up to like a right-hand bend in the road. Watch these holes and shit here, mate.
Yeah, will do.
Yeah, so we got Pete following us. I don't know how thrilled he is about it. That's what happens when you're in this sort of job. Yeah, as long as we get back to the highway and eventually where we want to be, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Everything's in one piece, we'll be right.
Finally.
Highway is back in sight now.
The long and frustrating day is over. Tomorrow, they have 2 more tractors to squeeze onto their road train and a 3,000-kilometre trek home. Trucker Mike Partridge and his boss, Peter Spur, are preparing to transport a high-value, oversized load. Hauling this $500,000 20-tonne harvester all the way across the continent, from west to east.
I've driven big loads before, but nothing this distance.
This trip will need Mike to stay on high alert.
Obviously, there's a bit shitty roads. Just got to pick our line on the road a bit. Try and find the smoothest line as possible.
Rough roads, rising temperatures and oncoming traffic are just some of the hazards he faces.
Oh. Yeah, it was a bit tight. Yeah, he didn't really slow down, give me a bit of right away.
For road freight, this is the main artery between the east and west of the country, making it a busy highway for trucks, many of which are oversized. So announcing your width over the radio can be crucial.
Yeah, 3.8, mate.
Yep.
One false move and Mike could easily be in trouble. Mike's load is over 3.5 metres wide, and in the state of Victoria, the rules require him to have an escort vehicle. His pilot, Peter Dobson, has been waiting roadside for his arrival.
Mark, just want to welcome you into Victoria and hope we have a good trip and all goes well.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Ahead, Peter alerts oncoming traffic to the oversized width of Mike's truck.
Yeah, 3.8, mate. No worries, buddy.
Up ahead, every trucker's worst nightmare.
Little rigid trucks run off the road there a bit. Yeah, it looks like he's gone off the road, hit an embankment and just flipped on its side. Hope the driver's fine. He seemed to be all right. He was sitting there on the bank near where the truck went over. As long as he's able to walk away with as minimal injuries as possible, that's always a good outcome.
He's finally reached his destination, the farm at Echuca.
Yeah, there seemed to be a bit of a welcoming committee. Mum, Dad, kids. Obviously everyone's excited about their new bit of gear. Not every day you're able to buy a new bit of gear that's worth close to $500,000 sort of thing, so good on them.